In a rare, candid moment on the air, CNN broadcaster Anderson Cooper used profanity during a live broadcast amid a tense disagreement in an interview with radio host Charlamagne the God. The exchange occurred during a Thursday evening discussion about the network's coverage of Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump and Democratic candidate Vice President Kamala Harris. Charlamagne, best known as the outspoken star of the New York City-based radio program The Breakfast Club, said during the conversation that he feels on-air coverage of Trump should treat him as a fascist and cited several of Trump's controversial stances as reasoning for his assessment. He also suggested that he doesn't feel that CNN fairly presents Trump as such and felt that Cooper unjustifiably attempted to bring Charlamagne's observations about Trump back to Harris. "We talk about this every night," Cooper replied, prompting a pointed response from Charlamagne. "I don't think you'll have enough conversations about it. I feel like I heard more on this network about, is Kamala Harris black, than I do about Donald Trump being a fascist." Charlamagne, of course, referenced Trump's widely maligned comments during an interview at the National Association of Black Journalists convention in Chicago in July, in which he questioned whether or not Harris, who is black and Indian, was actually black. "Well, honestly, that's bulls. I'm sorry. That is, look, I'm a huge fan of yours, but to say that we're sitting around discussing, is Kamala Harris black?" Cooper said. "Oh, I've seen those roundtable discussions a lot," Charlamagne continued. "Now that's bulls. Man, for you to say you don't have those conversations." Cooper maintained that he's never asked somebody, is Kamala Harris black, causing Charlamagne to clarify that he meant that the network discussed the topic too much and not necessarily Cooper as an individual. "I don't think any anchor on this network has been going around saying, is she black?" Cooper stressed. Later during the conversation, Charlamagne revealed his feelings on the media's coverage of Trump in general. "I think no network has honest conversations about Donald Trump. Nobody has had honest conversations about Donald Trump since 2016, he said. "It's always a double standard with Trump, whether it's with Hillary against Biden, now with Kamala, talk about him being a threat to democracy. We don't treat him like one." A stunned Cooper said, "I don't know what you've been watching," and that he doesn't know any Trump supporters out there or people who like him who are tuning into me every night to try to be validated in their opinions. Entertainment Weekly has reached out to a representative for CNN for additional comment. The moment marked the latest in a growing number of instances in which Charlamagne has appeared on television programs and subsequently called out its hosts for their coverage of American politics, particularly in May, when he called out The View after he felt pressure from panelist Sunny Hostin to endorse a political candidate in the race, something he didn't feel comfortable doing in public. "I've seen y'all do this on The View before," he explained, referencing a similar exchange the co-host had with rapper Killer Mike in February. Killer Mike literally sat here and said, "Hey, I supported Keisha Lance Bottoms, I supported Raphael Warnock, John Ossoff in Georgia. He said you should support the person who the people I support are supporting. That's y'all's opportunity to say." Clearly, he's talking about Biden. "Why do y'all need us to say this? We don't feel comfortable saying it."